is a photon? Is it a magical thing? Welcome to Ghibli Studio ASMR. Today, unlike other days, we're going to learn something about light and its history. So, let's move on. First, let's take a look at history. People used to think that light is a magical thing that you can touch, you can smell, and you can taste. Therefore, they thought that they can't control light. But until Isaac Newton proved that this theory is not true and light is a particle which we can use it, we can control it in simple ways. But there were some problems, especially problems in the field of diffraction. So, in 17th and 18th century, Mr. Young, of course he was not young at that time, but it was his name. He set an experiment. So he had a light source, and in front of it, two tiny holes, and after that, a curtain. He expected, based on Isaac Newton theories, that when we irradiate light source into tiny holes, the light will go in a straight line, and on the curtain we would see two tiny dots. But he saw some unusual patterns. He saw diffraction. And maybe you don't know what diffraction is. I'll explain to you. Imagine that on the first floor you see bright pattern and then dark pattern. Again, bright, dark, bright, dark. So that was against the theory of light being a particle. So he proved that light is a wave. He was right, but there were other problems. Many years after Young, Mr. Maxwell proposed four main and very important rules and laws. And he did that by using electrical and magnetic fields. Those four laws are very important, and by using it, he proved that light is electromagnetic wave. He was also right, but still, we have learned from the schools that Einstein proved something very important about light, which is called photon. So, now let's talk about photon. Photon is the smallest particle of light with particle wave behaviors. Alright, what is particle behaviors? We have something called photoelectric effect. That means when you irradiate light to some matters like a cathode or anodes, the light gives energy to tiny particles to leave the base form, to leave the base level, and go to other side. Actually, this thing is useful on solar panels. I mean, when light hits the solar panels, it makes electrons to leave their base level to upper levels. But what about wave behavior? we have something called diffraction. Do you remember? We talked about it on Young patterns of bright and darkness. So, photons are particles and wave dualities with energies. And nowadays, in modern physics, we use this photon to control light. Of course, we can't bend it easily because that's impossible. Of course, there's one exception. On black holes, we still don't know how a black hole bends light. Or we are not sure that even it bended it or something magical happened. But all things we know are useful here on Earth. I hope you learned your lesson. So, if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. We will talk about more scientific topics later.